Yo guys, hello and welcome back to episode 4 of my Redbull Academy career mode on F126. Now just quickly, if you did miss the last episode out in Japan, you need to go and watch that before you get any major spoilers. But the first one is going to be that we have our secret meeting with Red Bull Racing just before the 4th round of the season, so a lot quicker than I ever imagined. But if you did watch the Japanese Grand Prix, you will know that we did win our first race of the career mode, and indeed our career. A Sebastian Vettel reincarnation of a performance in Japan, wet weather conditions, and contact with Verstappen. So without further ado, let's move straight into the final lap of Q1 here in Bahrain, and we cross the line and get through into Q2. Of course, our teammate Arvid Lindblad as well getting through there. So really good start to the weekend yet again for the Racing Bulls boys. Obviously, the last race, the bosses were in attendance. They obviously liked our performance, so they have given us our first meeting with Red Bull. We go into Q2 and we just squeak through into Q3. So another good session there for us. Only just getting through ahead of Fernando Alonso. Arvid Lindblad unfortunately goes out. Also going out is Max Verstappen in P13. So wow. Incredible. But going into the final lap of qualifying for us, we did a banker on used tyres, was not too good. We're a second up currently on this lap, but yeah, not really going to do much. We are going to stay in P10. So out qualifying Max, out qualifying Arvid, not much more we can ask for. Unfortunately, Isaac Hadjar getting P5, but he is not our main competition in this series. We are hoping to get his seat. So as long as we get him in the race, then that is all that matters.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Piastri, Leclerc, Isaac Hadjar and Hamilton, Norris, Albon, Richards and Arvid Lindblad, Verstappen, Colapinto, Carlos Sainz and Alonso, Perez, Bottas, Pierre Gasly and Gabriel Bortoleto, Behrman, Hulkenberg, Stroll and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
The strategy here today going to be a two-stopper, starting on the mediums, going to the hards, back to the mediums for the end of the race. And yeah, let's see what we can do as we have 5 red lights out here in Bahrain, and it's lights out and away we go. Instantly getting up to P9 off our teammate, but as we get sandwiched almost by our teammate and Alex Albon into turn 1, so we back out and we go round the outside, but pinched to the inside, so we have gone back down to P10. Max Verstappen already on our tail as we look to lunge it up the inside. Didn't really mean to go for a move there, but had to take avoiding action, and we end up backing out in the end. But Lindblad and Albon still side by side. Verstappen looking down the inside of us, and he's going to try and make the move, and he does as we go to the outside, but he manages to get through. So not an ideal start to this race, down into P11, losing 1 place on the grid, but Lindblad and Verstappen side by side out of turn 10, and we are going to get the boost on and try and overtake our teammates straight away. Verstappen gets a poor exit, goes defensive as well, so we're going to take advantage and go around the outside of the pair of them into turn 11. So really good move back up into P9 there, and ahead of our 2 main rivals in this career mode. So yeah, poor start to the lap, but a much better end as we go on to lap 2. Albon is vulnerable, lack of battery for him, and we fly past him on the outside into turn one. Verstappen looking very racy in the early stages as well. He's looking to get back past. But yeah, we are fairly comfortable right now.
Okay, copy that.
As we move on to the start of lap 3, Verstappen again looking down the inside. As Piastri gets a little bit wobbly on the exit, we're holding it out around the outside of Verstappen, definitely losing him time on them soft tyres. But yeah, we managed to hold the position. After Japan, we are not going to let him through that easily, surely, as he gets down the inside yet again, but we hold it. And yeah, going into the long turn 10, we managed to hold P8 in this Grand Prix. So yeah, really good start. Verstappen is looking again, but we're on the boost, so we are going to hold the position. And wait, what's that? Team radio? Oh, bonjour. Verstappen is faster than you. Let him through. You have got to be joking me. How has Laurent Mecchi got my bloody number already? Especially while I'm in the car for the junior team, but we're going to do it. We're going to allow this for now. And yeah, he better get up the road and start picking up some positions. Hopefully we can stick behind him as he's flashing down the main straight. So we are not going to look for the overtake, but that's going to leave us very vulnerable to Carlos Sainz in the Williams. But we're going to hold it down the inside and not let the Williams man through. Yeah, first interference from the senior team in this side, this career mode. So yeah, hopefully that will be the last, but maybe not. As Sainz is still looking around the outside, but we're going to hold it for now. And yeah, let's lock in, let's focus, and let's pick up some more positions. But then into turn 1 on the next lap, Oscar Piastri goes round, Verstappen slows, and we lose
Virtual safety car
our
deployed.
front wing on the Red Bull, man. Virtual safety car deployed, but
car is deployed.
that feels completely avoidable.
Okay, the safety car is out.
Virtual safety car has turned into a full safety car, so at least we're going to be able to change our front wing, because this virtual safety car definitely wouldn't have stayed out long enough. But Verstappen box ahead of us, so does pretty much the rest of the grid. So
okay, Arvid's coming in
P8, can we jump him in the pits again, just like we did last time out in Japan? A much busier pit lane this time though, as Lindblad unfortunately has to stack behind us while we get a new front wing, but he is going to end up blocking in both of the Williams boys. So that is something for us here. But yeah, we're currently in P11, so we've actually been jumped by about 3 cars there. It's not ideal, but at least we've had an opportunity to change our front wing, go onto the hard compounded tyres. And yeah, end of lap 7 now, the safety car is going to peel into the pits. The Cadillac of Valtteri Bottas ahead of us again, having yet another brilliant race for Cadillac. We get a decent jump on Nico Hulkenberg behind us, but Bottas is already flashing down into turn 1, so we're going to make the most of that, go down the outside of the Cadillac man and take the position. Oscar Piastri ahead of us after spinning in the early stage of this race. Yeah, Bottas still holding it around the outside though, but we are going to move to the inside and defend our position there, back up into the points. So not the worst thing in the world. Verstappen still in P8 ahead, also on the hard compounded tyres. So yeah, hopefully we can stay fairly close to him in this one. We get a decent run out of the hairpin right, and Piastri gets not the best run, so we're going to put the boost on and we're going to lunge it down the inside into turn 10. Not often we make a move down into there, but really well executed up into P9 again in this Grand Prix. And yeah, everyone else on the softs around us, me and Verstappen on the hards. Let's see how this goes. End of lap 9 though, 3 wide ahead. Going really slow, we have to jam on the brakes as to avoid contact. Colapinto not yet pitted in this race. Antonelli one side, Verstappen the other. We get the run on Kimi Antonelli. We go to the inside. A little bit of weaving around from everyone involved, but Colapinto goes slow into the corner, which boxes Antonelli in, and we manage to hang it around the outside of both of them. So that is a good move for us in this race up into P7, going a bit defensive, but just to make sure we hold the position. Verstappen's still ahead of us, making good ground in this race. And coming on to the end of lap 11 now, Verstappen loses the back end in the final corner, and we have to take avoiding action. So all of that earlier was for absolutely nothing so far in this Grand Prix, as everyone ahead of us pretty much boxes, and we're up to P2. But behind Isaac Hadjar, but the lap later he pits, and we assume the race lead here in Bahrain for the second race weekend in a row. What is going on here in this career mode? This Racing Bulls is absolutely flying at the moment.
Right, mate, I'll be...
Coming towards the end of that lap though, and Gabriel Bortoleto has retired from the session. So the Audi man has not had a good performance out here. But yeah, end of lap 16, start of lap 17, Verstappen has been absolutely flying in the middle stint here in Bahrain, and he is going to go down the inside. No team orders this time, just outright pace from the Red Bull man. We're going to try and hold it around the outside of him, set the switch back up, but the traction of the Red Bull is just too good for us at the moment. Yeah, we are going to fight this until the team say otherwise, but yeah, he's got the measure of us at the moment. That Red Bull just way too quick for us at this stage. And at the end of lap 17, we decide to box, copying the Red Bull man ahead. Hopefully we can jump him in the pits, but it's not very likely at the moment because no one else is boxing. But yeah, hopefully a good stop from the boys here. It's held slightly, but 2.4 second stop, so not too bad. Now it does look like we are going to be racing on the exit, as Verstappen leaves the pits pretty much neck and neck with his teammate Isaac Hadjar, and unfortunately Carlos Sainz is going to get past us, and we are going to have to overtake him before we get back to the Red Bull boys ahead, so that is not ideal for ourselves and the team. But end of lap 18, start of lap 19, and Carlos Sainz is flashing down into turn 1. We are very low on the battery as well, but we are going to send it down the inside of the former Toro Rosso man and get the position. Back up into P8 in this Grand Prix, not too bad. Start lap 20, a few other people in the pit lane as we set up PB for the race so far, up into P5, and then a few others pit a lap later, and we are back up into P2, chasing down our series rival, 4-time world champion Max Verstappen. He's nearly 2.5 seconds up the road though, so it's going to be a massive ask for us to catch him up. But coming out of turn 3 on lap 21,
Okay, so
red flag in the Bahrain Grand Prix. That is going to neutralise everything and give us a fighting chance against the Red Bull man. But Nico Hulkenberg losing the rear end out of turn 1, blocking the track, causes the red flag. And we are going to go on the mediums to the end. 6 laps to decide the winner of the Bahrain Grand Prix. 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. We get a decent run. Verstappen cuts across us to block the position. We get a good second phase of the restart though. Down into turn 1, Verstappen brakes late, holds the outside. We are trying not to make contact with him. He doesn't force us wide this time. And then we set back and let him take this Colapinto up into P3 on them soft compound tyres. So amazing for the Alpine boy. But yeah, we need to try and stick with Verstappen for the next few laps if we want any chance of winning the Bahrain Grand Prix. Don't get me wrong, P2 would be absolutely phenomenal, but it's our rival up ahead as Sergio Perez retires. On lap 27, we have managed to pull a decent gap to the cars behind, but we just don't have enough to get even alongside Max. We have just managed to stay in the boost overtake mode on towards the final lap, but that Red Bull man is just way too quick. Even with letting him through this half spin on the final corner, yeah, it's just He's been too quick for us in this one, guys, and it looks like at this moment in time he's going to cross the line and win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton is rapidly approaching us though. He has managed to find some pace on them hard compound tyres. Lando Norris Colapinto dropping down to P5, and this one's still a good result for the Alpine boys as we go deep into the hairpin there in the middle sector. Tyres starting to go off as we have been pushing the absolute limits these past few laps since the restart, but yeah, we've accepted our fate in this Grand Prix. We're gonna just bring it home. No more track limit warnings, no more bottle jobs. If you remember my team career mode episode round here with Minardi, you'll know about that. If you don't, go and check that out, because what a race that was. But yeah, coming onto the back straight here on the final lap, Hamilton is within half a second of us now. He's absolutely flying on this final lap. He looks down the inside, but we hold the outside and yeah, get decent traction. Hamilton is not going to have an answer. Verstappen wins and we cross the line in P2.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
Max Verstappen.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
Today, the podium awaits our top three finishers. And for those that have missed the Dutch national anthem, fear not. It's back again because Max Verstappen is back on the top step. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So Max Verstappen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix, holding us off in the end. Lewis Hamilton P3 as well. So what a podium that is. 4-time world champion, 7-time world champion, and the rookie here in Bahrain. That moves us into P3 still, 16 points behind Verstappen and Norris on level points now, on a cheeky 69 points in this championship. P5 though for Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, and yeah, that's a really good position for us at the moment, not far behind the Ferrari boys. And yeah, really good weekend here in Bahrain. Thank you all so much for joining me for this one. Wasn't quite our day today, but still punching well above our weight. So yeah, join me next time out in Saudi Arabia for more of the Red Bull Academy career mode. Thank you all again. Please like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this on the channel. And yeah, cheers guys. Have a good evening.